Imagine winning the most powerful office in the country. Celebrations echo through the streets, your name on every tongue. But when you finally return home, exhausted, victorious, you glance at a mirror and see your own corpse staring back at you. This isn't fiction. This is the true, terrifying story of the night Abraham Lincoln saw a vision of death in his own reflection. And what followed will send chills down your spine. It was November 7th, 1860. 51-year-old Abraham Lincoln had just been elected President of the United States. After a long night of celebration in Springfield, Illinois, he stepped into his modest two-story home. He was exhausted, his feet dragging, but in his hand, he clutched a telegram, the final confirmation of his victory. Smiling faintly, Lincoln collapsed onto his old sofa, sinking into the cushions. He was ready to let sleep take him. But then, something caught his eye. A glint from across the room. There was a mirror on the wall. As he turned his head to look, he froze. In the glass, he saw himself. But not just himself. There were two reflections. One was normal. The other was not. The second image was pale, almost translucent. The skin looked waxy, the eyes vacant, like a corpse. It was his face, but it was dead. A lifeless twin staring back from the other side. He gasped, sat upright. Was he hallucinating? He blinked, rubbed his eyes. But the ghostly face remained. Slowly, cautiously, Lincoln rose from the sofa and walked toward the mirror, heart pounding in his chest. But as he approached, the eerie double faded, until only his normal reflection remained. He stood there in silence, staring at himself, trying to process what he had just seen. Later, he told his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, about the strange vision. He expected her to laugh it off, or maybe suggest he was just tired. But instead, she went pale. Mary, you see, was deeply spiritual, a believer in omens, visions, and messages from beyond. And when Lincoln described the dual reflection, her expression shifted from curiosity to dread. She told her husband, "You will be elected to a second term, but you will not survive it." To her, the corpse in the mirror was a death omen, a warning. Lincoln, uneasy, chuckled nervously. He dismissed it as exhaustion, just his imagination running wild. He told Mary not to worry. "Let's forget about it," he said. But fate has a way of remembering the things we try to forget. Lincoln served his first term. Then, just as Mary predicted, he was re-elected for a second. And during that second term, on the night of April 14th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln and Mary attended a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. It was supposed to be a relaxing evening, a rare moment of joy after years of war. But as the final act played out, history prepared to write its darkest line. John Wilkes Booth, an actor-turned-assassin, slipped into the presidential box, raised a pistol, and fired a single bullet into the back of Abraham Lincoln's head. The president was pronounced dead the following morning, just like the mirror had warned. A ghostly face, a wife's trembling prophecy, a president's tragic end. Was it a coincidence, a trick of the light, or something far more supernatural? Whatever it was, Abraham Lincoln did not survive his second term, just as the corpse in the mirror had silently foretold. And so, we ask you, what would you do if your reflection whispered your death?